What's good, everybody? Happy Tuesday out here on the Metro Memphis, Tennessee trailer yard. On lunch, get ready to crank back up. But before I crank back up, Captain B, what's going on? I wanted to just shoot a quick video. I know a lot of people, both on the Facebook groups and YouTube, ask a lot of questions of me about what I use, what I do. And so just, you know, whatever your resource is, whatever you have already, whatever you're about to get into, I just show you what's been working for me, especially since I've been washing trucks and now, fleets now, trailers and trucks. And we've kind of migrated and evolved into another yard in which now we're doing trailers on a recurring weekly basis. So at any rate, people ask me what I use. People ask if I'm one-stepping, two-stepping. So I'll go ahead and clear up what I do when I two-step and what I do when I one-step. So today on these operations here, all right, this fleet yard, these trailers, it's a one-step process, okay? And a lot of people are asking, hey, what type of soap you're using, da-da-da-da. And I keep it real simple, budget-friendly, all right? However you can obtain it, Walmart, O'Reilly's, whatever, all right? But I have been using this product here, okay, for quite some time now. And I have evolved into, I have it, since it's a one-step and it's pressure wash concentrate, okay, I actually just mix it, batch it right there in that tank, okay, and with the Simpson, okay. I maybe drop, that's 275, I run it all the way up to 275. I may put 2 gallons in there, y'all, no more than 2.5, okay. It's diluted. What you want is called wash water, just like when you're at the truck washes, or you're at the car wash. When the soap comes through, you know, it's the same setup. So the soap is, you know, concentrated though, but with all that water, you know, I still, you know, I just needed to wet the trailers up, get on there enough to wet them up, and then we come right back with my I got my tip, my long range tip gun down at the trailers when I crank back up. But I go ahead and try to show you if it'll come out. And so this is my short lance. This may be 36, all right, but I've got my try to get in view here. I've got my 40 degree 4.0 orifice fan tip on the end of these guns. And this is my short gun. My long gun is down there at the trailer, so when I crank back up. And so I'm not running quick connects anymore. I'm literally running that. And so everything's coming straight out the tank, okay? So I just, you see the hose, the green flex hose, I just refilled this tank up because we should wrap up with the remaining of these, this 275. And if not, I'll have to put a little bit more in there. But back on the yard over there on the other side of the trailers is the shop and the main office and stuff. And I just get my water when I come here. And I fill up. I was at 700 on the way out here to the yard. So I left the house probably at about 350. So I can run 300, you know, carry 350 on this trailer, and then on the back of my truck. And then when I get here, I just finish topping off the tanks. But one stepping with my Simpson, okay, that I reconfigured to pull from the tote. Okay, that is a check valve that actually just keeps the water ready to go at all times. Okay, I actually learned that from ChatGPT when I was bulletproofing my other machine last summer. And so I did this one the same way. And that's it, y'all. This keeping this AAA triplex pump with some good oil. As a matter of fact, I'll show you the oil that I started using back in the winter. I got it from Home Depot. I started running that type oil, the cat pump, high pressure oil for the pump, and then we run for the motor itself. I mean, you can just get some SAE 30 from anywhere. I got that from Tractor Supply, but you can get that from O'Reilly's or Walmart or AutoZone or whatever. But at any rate, I got everything bypassed. This is my bypass line back into the tank. And as you can see, I took my external bypass and I threaded it into the pump. And I blocked off the chemical injector. Okay. And I got a plug on that. Pipe doped everything up. And now I'm running my reel because I'm getting ready to turn in my other machine today. Later on afternoon when we get done here. But this is what I do when I'm washing trailers. So one stepping all the way. Okay. And it's enough. These trailers aren't, fancy. Okay. They just want them washed up, cleaned up, all right, after they get done working on them, and just ready to lease out, okay, and put out into the general population in the industry, all right, and that's what they want when somebody comes, picks up a trailer, at least a decent, clean trailer, and so that's what we're doing, all right, nothing too exciting. I'm not, coming over and, running acid and then turn back around dropping soap. Now, I will do that, and I have done that, and I can do that. All right. Now, this is the mothership, and like I said, we've broken her down, and so she's getting ready to get turned in. But I run a dual, okay, between these two tanks. This tank here is my acid, and this bigger tank is my degreaser tank soap, okay? And when I'm doing, more owner-op trucks, stuff like that, I'm using that machine. I was using that machine. It's getting turned in today. We got a small leak in the manifold on the general pump. So I'll turn that in, let them look at that, see what's going on. But I used to use this machine here to do the trailers, but once we got Simpson back in, like, hey, this is what the trailer's for. There's my new soap tank. I just put 2 or 3 gallons of truck and trailer in there, juice it up, okay? And then I just run that hose into that 1 gallon bucket pail, and then I'll just dump the soap into the tank, and then I fill the tanks up. And then my bypass line does the agitation, just like if you were doing pest control. Okay, so I got the bypass line on top, and then I don't even have it down at the bottom. So when I come off the trigger, the water from the bypass agitates the water, and that helps keep everything fluid, okay, and diluted, all right, to where it's not clogging up the pump, okay, because all we were looking to do is just get, a nice layer of soap. And when I say a layer, I don't mean shaving cream layer. I just mean, you can see it falling off. You can see it get sprayed on, but the majority is water to definitely wash and keep the seals clean. You don't want to clog this up. You definitely don't want to run anything else through here. Definitely no acid or nothing like that. But that's pressure wash concentrate that is basically kind of designed to run through a pump. All right, but you got to be careful with that as well. So at any rate, this is my Fleetwash rig that I have now evolved into the last, I'll just say probably 2 months. Okay. And with Simpson back online, I really just got him back online here the last couple of months when we started coming out here and washing these trailers. And that's what his job is to basically wash trailers and also to wash the trucks, the recurring fleet trucks that we wash for FedEx. So that's my setup, y'all. I just want to shoot this video. This will be on YouTube so somebody can see this and got questions. But that's what I'm doing. That's my setup. We got hose running everywhere. We got sump pumps down in the tanks and marine batteries and everything pushing. But whatever it is that keeps your operation running smooth, especially if you're a Han Solo like me, you're a solo operator. Hey, this is just, this is what gets you through. And I also say this, and I'll close with this. The branch manager here and the operation manager here at Metro Trailer, They're not asking me what soap I use. They're not asking what process I use. All they know is, you know, hey, they give me a list of trailers. I go and wash them, and I come back the next week. They're like, hey, man, those trailers look great. Okay, we're hitting the these are the panels on the trailer. You know, a lot of people don't get close up on 53-foot trailers every day. Okay, especially if, you know, if you're not in that industry. I used to be in this business years ago, so who knew I'd be washing them or in my business, you know, some 10, 15 years later. But at any rate, all right, what you can't see is, like on a trailer like this, you know, you can still have a film, a rolled film, okay, a little grime, okay, and a fan tip does great cutting the grime and dirt off these trailers. You definitely hit the wheels, the hubs, and the tires, okay? And just like I said, we want to sanitize the trailer as much as possible. All right, so one step, just having, you know, a little bit of soap in there, all right, coming out does great. All right, I may count 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 panels off the rivets there. All right, spray them up, wet them up, and then we get to it. And we start cutting, and then we just go down the line, and then we hit the back, do the other side the same way, and we do the front. Okay. So you're looking at almost, without the top of the trailer being done, you're looking at almost, I believe I forgot what ChatGPT told me. I wanted to say it's about, oh God, maybe 3,000 something square feet. Okay, maybe 1,600, somewhere along between 15 and 3,000 square feet for a 53-foot box trailer. Okay. 2 sides and the front and the back to include the trailer doors. Okay, so that's a lot of square footage that you're covering. You're going to run through a lot of water, and I'm running a 4 gallon a minute. Okay, so you can only imagine you get up to 5, and especially if you get up on an 8. Okay, you really need some water. And for you guys that only have, you know, a 300 gallon tank, when you're doing work like this, you got to make sure you're able to, you know, pull the water. And I don't have to go back up to the front. You know, I'm just doing 10 trailers a day, okay, or every 2 days, really 20 trailers. So my setup, I got a 300 poly tank on the truck. That's another 2 275. That's 525. Okay. So when I fill them up, when I come out here, slow roll out here, I've got enough to do, you know, my 10 trailers for the day. All right. You've got a 200 gallon or a 300 gallon tank. Okay. You're going to have to find a way to have water, additional water, because like I said, I have yet to go back up there and get more water unless something goes catastrophically wrong. So you want to be set up to do that as well. Okay. So, like I said, you start getting into, especially start doing fleets of trailers, 53 boxes, or even doesn't matter if it's the reefer trailer or what. Okay, you start doing box trailers like these. Okay, you're gonna put out a lot of water because you are gonna be on the trigger. All right. It's not going to be like washing the truck. You spray for a minute or 2 or whatever, then you come off. No, you're pretty much going to be on the trigger on these. So it's like doing flat work, concrete work, okay? Cleaning concrete, driveways, sidewalks, you know, bricks, houses, stuff like that, all right? So that's what you're up against when you're doing this. So you got to have the water ready to go, okay? All right, guys, we're going to get back to it, knock out these other 5 so we can head back to the house. Just wanted to shoot this video while I'm out here on the yard. Okay, and let's let folks know, hey, this is what I do. This is how I operate for my operation. And like I said, if you're looking at getting into this, and you know that you want to make sure you've got the necessary capacity to have water ready to go. If I only had 1 tank, I would have been done with 1 tank at the end of 5 trailers. Okay, on a 4 gallon milling machine. Then I would have had to go back up to the water point, wait another 45 minutes or so, okay, for that tank to fill up, then come back out here. All right, as opposed to if you're already set up, you got you at least a 500 gallon tank, or you got 2 totes. Okay, at least that'll get you through probably, you know, depending on your machine. Like I said, I'm running a 4 gallon a minute. 2 totes would get me through 10 trailers. All right. Now, depending on the severity of the trailer, you might be burning through that water. So I'm actually gone through 1.5 totes already, okay, of water. I've already transferred the tote on the right over, okay, and I added some more water out of that tank on the truck to fill it back up. So that's where we are. So at any rate, we're about to get back started. All right, y'all, we'll talk to you later. Captain B, 21 Bravo, out of here.